Hi everyone, welcome to my second video of this 2008 Honda Odyssey. My name is Nathan. I'm going to take you for a drive in this van, but I wanted to give you a quick walk around of the outside so you can see what we're going to be driving today. 2008 Honda Odyssey EX, and it's nice, it is clean, 194,000 miles. It runs and drives excellent. Everything works on it like it should. It has had all new brakes and rotors front and back, new tires in the front, some new engine mounts, a fresh oil change, new tire rods, a CV axle and alignment. I'll tell you all this again as we drive it, but it's had a lot of new parts, which certainly makes it run and drive excellently and superbly, and just a nice van. Definitely good looking. Sparkle Silver Metallic is the exterior color name. Gets great fuel mileage on the road. We're gonna go driving in the city and on the freeway and show you what it can do and show you how nice and comfortable that it is. So come along here with me and we're going to go and take this for a drive. All right, if everybody's ready, here we go. Thanks for joining and thanks for taking a look with me and a drive with me. I am very appreciative and fascinated at how many people get benefit from my videos and comment to the same, and it makes me very much appreciate to do what I do, and I am ever so grateful for your comments about how my video has helped you or educated you or that you just enjoyed to watch it. As I mentioned at the end of my walk around video of this van, I am an amateur indeed, and I am self-taught, and I just enjoy to do what I do, and I have evolved and developed my skill set of photography and videography and car knowledge over many years, and I just enjoy to share and present what I know with anyone who wants to listen. And I like to talk about cars and present them on the hopes that I'm doing it better and more transparently than everyone else. So thanks for watching. And thanks for your subscriptions. So again, this Odyssey, we're gonna drive through the city here a little bit, and then we'll go out on the freeway as well, so you can get a feel for both, but it drives fantastic. It rides beautifully, it shifts beautifully, the brakes are brand new, so of course they're perfect. The couple tires are new in the front with some new tire pressure monitoring sensors as well. New engine mounts, so sitting here at a light like this with it in drive, if you watch the other video, just as a explanatory detail here, if you're unfamiliar, there's 3 different engine mounts on this particular vehicle. Some cars only have, 1 or 2, but when you're sitting at a light and with your foot on the brake and the steering wheel is vibrating, it's typically because the engine mount is wearing out or worn out. It's not dangerous, it's just kind of annoying, but all 3 of them are replaced on this van, so it is smooth while sitting at idle, and the reason it will vibrate when you're sitting in drive is because there's forward pressure on the engine from the transmission. So that causes the vibration, but the mounts are supposed to absorb the vibration, thereby giving you a seamless driving experience. But obviously, as they age, they wear, and they need to be replaced every so often. Same goes for the CV axle. CV axle on the right side in this van was going bad. The axle boot was ripped and it was throwing some of its internal grease around underneath from that, and they only last so long. They have to be replaced every so often. So this right front axle was replaced on this van, which again, one more new component, and just helps even more so for a smooth, pleasurable driving experience. steering wheel's nice and straight because an alignment was just done as well because of all the new parts and the new tires in the front and some new inner and outer tie rods up front as well. They had a little bit of play to them, so they were replaced. And anytime you do suspension work on a vehicle, probably more importantly than new tires, although I agree with new tires as well, you should do an alignment. But especially when there's been suspension work done, like tie rods are a big one, definitely a good idea to go ahead and let the shop you're using to do an alignment if you can afford it and with your repair. Wouldn't make a lot of sense to replace suspension parts, not align the car at least in a reasonable amount of time after you get the work done, because then in the case of like this van with its new tires as well in the front, the tires will be worn exponentially faster and have an irregular wear pattern if the alignment is not nice and straight and corrected so that everything can work flawlessly like it should. And now the tires will wear evenly when it's nice and straight. There we are at almost 60 miles an hour. You can see how smooth and nice, and there is absolutely no shaking or shimmying or anything weird upon driving or pushing the brakes like I am right now. It is smooth, smooth, smooth all the way. Nice acceleration in these vans. I've personally never owned a minivan for an extended period of time, but I do fully understand why they are a preferred choice amongst families once you own one and you have one and you realize how much stuff you can put in one. But truly the perfect vehicle for a family or a mom with a lot of kids or a dad with a lot of kids. Just easy to drive, very easy to see out of, nice, real nice seating position in almost any van, but this of course being what we're talking about right now, just a nice upward seating height and a good view out of the road, easy to see in the rear, and just comfortable. The seats are very comfortable in Odysseys. I would also give a lot of credit to a Toyota Sienna as being a very comfortable van. I did drive one of those for an extended period of time for a while. Even American vans like Dodge Grand Caravan, also very similar to this, or this similar to that, or that similar to this. Comfortable, good seating height. You know, they're all pretty similar in my opinion, but they all do what everyone needs, which is be the family truckster, like I said in the walk around video, and take the battle scars of being the family truckster and haul the kids and the luggage and the gear and all the sporting equipment. Or band or dance or ballet or whatever you might have. I ran into a woman going to the auto show here in Columbus, and I thought she and her daughter were going to the auto show, but in fact they were actually going to a ballet tournament. She had this giant trunk with her, like a suitcase on wheels. And I thought maybe she was staying at the hotel that was nearby the convention center, but in fact it was her daughter's trunk full of costumes and makeup and all these things, and it was a lot of stuff. The trunk was the trunk she was dragging behind her in tow was large enough to fill the back hatch of this Odyssey, for sure. Now this road is brand new and smooth, so it's really quiet and really nice. You can see the construction barrels still hanging out, even though it appears they have finished this project. course, without saying the obvious, you will see Honda Odysseys everywhere, like that white one that's in front of us that's probably a few years newer than this. And then there's a black one up ahead in front of that off in the distance. If you can't see it, it's going around the roundabout right now. Everywhere. So, like I've said on other video presentations of other cars, if you want to know what to buy or what lasts, take a look around at what's on the road, right? Honda is definitely one of my favorite brands, definitely a brand that I have a lot of faith in, that I have seen a lot of mileage on a lot of different people's vehicles, and nowadays with social media, people posting it all over. There's a gentleman on Instagram that I recently watched his video of his 2003 Honda Accord that he bought new, and it turned 1 million miles just a few days ago from all 9s on the digital odometer, which its odometer looks just like this one. I often wondered if there was a 7th placeholder on the odometer on these newer digital ones, and apparently there's not because his odometer turned back to all zeros after getting to 999,999. But nonetheless, to that point, that's what I often say is look around at what you see the most of on the road, and clearly those are some of the best vehicles. And I think there's many great cars, and I do believe that it's all about how you take care of what you have. I think that's exceedingly important. But if you look around, you see more 20, 25-year-old Hondas and Toyotas on the road than probably a lot of other things. I'm not saying they're the only good cars. I'm just saying that there is definitely a pattern there when you see a 1998 Honda Accord that's still on the road, driving, being enjoyed, just like the guy that just turned 1 million miles. His was an 03. This van's an 08, you know. 03, 20 years old. I read an article recently, and it's no big news, but I thought it was interesting. The average age of the vehicle that's owned by by everyone, so nationally, the average vehicle age that's currently under ownership with everyday folks like you and me is 12.2 years. So the article's premise was that people are keeping vehicles longer and enjoying them longer and maintaining them to make them last, which I'm a big believer in, driving something a little bit older and taking care of it because it will take care of you, and because of the simple fact that per my recent visit to the auto show, new cars are incredibly expensive. And as everyone knows, and there was a shortage of in recent past, but nonetheless, they're just expensive. Okay, we're getting on the freeway here, and I'm gonna stop narrating and commenting so much so you can listen. See how nice. There we are, 75, 76 miles per hour. Look how smooth and straight. And not a lot of traffic today. I like it. There's 80, even though I shouldn't be going 80. It's smooth. There's no shaking or shimmying or vibrating, none of that. It is nothing but smooth sailing all the way. In the steering wheel, in the seat, in the floor. I have my foot rested firmly on the floor. There are no abnormal anything about this van. The reason I comment about my foot being firmly on the floor flat is that if there was a vibration or a tire out of balance, you can usually feel it if you're kind of feeling for it, and if you have your foot planted on the floor, you can usually feel it. Of course, you can often feel it in the seat too. Down this freeway and then come back the other way, so you can certainly feel free to skip around, jump around. That bridge right there is kind of rough and kind of bumpy, but the Odyssey took it well and smooth and quiet overall. There's a 2008 or so Honda CR-V in front of us. Might be a 2010 or somewhere in there, but nonetheless, there's your 12.2-year-old vehicle on the road and another fellow Honda. I made a video of a CR-V not too long ago, and it was uncanny how many CR-Vs popped up during the video. It was like, I don't even know, probably 15 or 18 CR-Vs in a 20-25 minute span. It was almost like you'd have thought that I planted them where they were. It was crazy how many I saw and pointed out. But funny stuff. I guess it's like anything, you don't really notice stuff unless you're looking for it, or once you buy an Odyssey, then you see them all over, right? But it was still funny with a CR-V that day. So I mentioned in my walk-around video of this van, I have a close friend that a few years ago bought an Odyssey just like this. His is an 07, and it had about 240,000 miles when he bought it, and it's now right about 360. And he travels the country doing a variety of things, delivering furniture and fine art and motorcycles and scooters and things like this. And his Odyssey has been to, I believe, almost every state in the country, and he's piled the miles on, and it's been a fantastic van for him and caused him very, very little trouble. So, you know, that's a real life testament for someone that I know, that I've known for a long time, and he always shares his mileage turns with me because it's exciting to see the miles keep going up. I was speaking of a 1998 Honda Accord a few minutes ago, and there's actually one behind us right now. Well, somewhere around a 1998 to a 2000 or so, I believe. There it goes. Now it could be any, that Honda right there could be anywhere from a 98 to 02. Trust me, I know my Hondas. Just, I think those orange lights in the front suggested that it was a 98 or 99. So there's a much older one than this. easy to accelerate and get up to freeway speed at 80 in a 65, but nice and smooth. Again, I appreciate your watching. I appreciate your views, your subscriptions, any comments. I'm very open to your comments and how you think I might be able to do things better, or any suggestions. Definitely welcome that very much, and I do appreciate it. I am, once again, I'm an amateur and self-taught in my ways, and constantly evolving in my ways to try to do things better, better than the previous. But I've enjoyed to educate myself and change my ways a little bit over time, and try to evolve to be better and better all the time. So let me know how you think I could do it better. Well, the traffic going the other way was better. This guy behind me thinks that GMC Sierra truck is going to move. He can go try to make him move, but I don't think he's gonna move, pal. Hey, look at that. Honda CRV, Honda CRV. All right, that's about enough driving, I think, to certainly show you how nice and well this Odyssey drives. Definitely a great van, a nice van, fantastic van for the money, and for any person, man, woman, family, whatever it is that you need to do with it. I think it's a It's a very good one. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for commenting. Again, appreciate each and every one of you, and I also appreciate hearing about whatever benefit you gained from watching this video or any of my videos. I enjoy to make the content. I enjoy to talk about things. Talk as if I guess I'm talking to someone, but certainly just enjoy to tell what I know about what we're driving and what we're talking about. So have a great day, and I will see you next time on my next video anyway. And definitely highly recommend, and highly recommend the Honda Odyssey, and highly endorse the Honda brand. So again, thank you, and have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.